their intent, their vibrational, their frequency, their energy is not high vibe, it's lower. So they're trying to scam or they're trying to do things. So yes, that's there. I'm not going to say that's not there. I'm saying is that we're going to be the bigger energy, and they're not going to be able to do anything like that to us.
That we have a special guest today to continue the conversation, if I have that right. And we're going to speak about spirituality, NFTs, and the metaverse. Hot topics belonging together. Remember, for success in this world. Oh my goodness. Whew. I'm happy to be here. I missed you guys. I really did. Yesterday, traveling on a train, I was just like, I'm supposed to be somewhere. And I couldn't connect or anything because the internet wasn't strong enough, but I was here with you in spirit. But before we get started on what we're doing, everybody in live, please, thank you for being here. #live. This show everybody that you have shown up for yourself and for others in the comment box. Thank you for being here. And for everyone seeing us on the replay later, #replay. And tell us where you have tuned in from. And any aha moments, and I know you're going to have some questions about today's show. Just like always, please put them in there, or any comments that you may have, and we will continue this, because this topic is the topic of the century, because it's where the world is moving into. And these three topics that look like they're separate, they're actually one. They belong together for success in this technological world that we are flying into. We actually already been in it, for all of you who don't know. But we want to hear more about it from our special guests. But first, to our hostesses with the mostesses, you guys know me. I am the Divine Willow, universal teacher, here to learn. And yes, I'm a student of this. This is very new. So we're going to learn together. And also to our sun goddess, DeAnna in Kansas. Yeah, DeAnna. I slipped back there for a minute. In Kansas, here to help you all just brighten up your smiles and bringing the wisdom that we need to guide this session today. And also Jessie, our moon goddess. Even though, you know, when you don't see one of us, we are always here. And Jessie shows up all the time, 24/7. Even when you don't see her, she is showing up for you guys. And to our beautiful, beautiful sister queen, Tink. Toral Masters, affectionately known as Tinku, but I call her Tink because she's my Tink. You all can call her that too, because it's so loving and I love it. Thank you for being here. We're going to speak about this subject that we can see is taking over the internet more than it had when it first came out. And I know everyone is interested in hearing about this because they are looking to get into NFTs. They're looking to have their own NFTs, or to trade NFTs, but they're also, I know they're possibly wondering why in our topic we actually have spirituality connected to it and the metaverse. So can you know what? I'm handing you the mic. Do what you want to do. Do what you got to do for Tink.
You're amazing, Willow. I love you. I love you.
Mama.
And now you are surrounding me all over the place. So that's beautiful. I love it. I feel your hand on me all the time, always embracing me with such beautiful blessings. So thank you so, so much for your amazing spirit and your awesomeness, and the love that you pour out is incredible. And as well to my sister and queen, this side or that side, the side or that side. That side. Let's do the jingle. Yes, my sister and queen DeAnna, thank you so much for sharing always your incredible motivation and inspiration to everybody. You are the Mandalorian, my queen. I love it. Bringing all the magic into our life. So thank you so, so much. I love you, and I love the energy that's being created in the space. So yeah, guys, keep rocking it. You're doing such an incredible, amazing job. And it is something that, you know, they say if you touch one person, you touch many. So doesn't matter how many people that you may see or not see, but you definitely are touching so many hearts out there, so many souls out there. So keep going. And with that, let's take a deep breath in and out. We are having an amazing conversation today. I was told that, you know, it's going to be a quiet session of Tinku only. But I guess I don't think so. These ladies, these beautiful ladies will be chiming in too. So yeah, we're talking about NFTs and the way the world is going. What is NFTs? How is NFTs, you know, do you know about NFTs? That's the question. I asked myself that question a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I've heard about this. I don't really want to know about it. Have you found yourself in that shoes? Because yes, we love to speak about all things amazing that uplift our heart, our soul. And yes, we do need to know that that is who we are. And if we are taking this journey of spiritual understanding or spiritual growth and development, then opportunities that do come in our way, in our path, right, are there for us to also receive. And that can show up in the likes of NFTs, or, you know, as this metaverse is so-called coming into our understanding. It's a newness. It's a newness. It's all about also embracing, like we embrace our newness through our spiritual growth. We have to embrace all the newness that comes about even in the opportunities that are given to us on this planet Earth. Why do we live on this planet Earth? Is because we need to experience this planet Earth, right? We chose to come here. We didn't, it wasn't enforced on us, yeah, go. You need to get onto planet Earth. No, we went. Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys have watched that movie Soul. Have you watched the movie Soul? And you see these little souls jumping off and they're having to go to planet Earth. And this little soul was so intrigued. He just went without even having permission to go. He was like, no, I'm going. So yeah, so, you know, we have free will, and free will allows us to make all sorts of choices and decisions about our spirit around us, and our spirit will always support us through that process. Our spirit is there because it's part of us, and it's going to support us through that process, no matter what it is, no matter how that shows up. Even when we're hurting ourselves, it's still going to support us. Even when we are like putting ourselves down, it's still going to support us, because it knows exactly that who we are. It knows that we are part of Source. We are part of this universe. So to set this tone, I really would like you guys to know that we are not sharing this information. And this is a disclaimer. We are not sharing this information as financial, you know, standings. Yeah, that's financial experts or gurus. You know, we are just sharing this information because it is knowledge that's coming, or information that's coming to us, and we feel that it is our responsibility to share it with one and all of you. Because if we are stepping into a place of responsibility for ourselves and for those that we touch, then we need to be responsible of what we are sharing as well. So please understand that the information that we are sharing with you today is not for you to go out and say, oh, okay, I know everything about all these things, and I'm going to put all my hard-earned money into this venture because I'm going to make millions. Oh, well, if you do make millions, please look me up. But really, you need to also get proper guidance and support through this process. So please be aware of these things. There are many also risks involved in it. So please be aware of the risks that you are taking as well in these opportunities, okay? Everything Everything in this world, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business, whether it's your health, there's some sort of risk. Let's get clear. It's not only about Metaverse and NFTs and cryptocurrency that there's, a risk, right? People always say, oh, you're going to gamble your money away. No, you're not going to gamble your money away if opportunity is coming to you for you to receive, because it means that you're going to be supported through that process. 4 years ago, I was given the opportunity to understand Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and I did not feel the inkling about it. I was like, no, this is not for me, dude. Stay away. Peace, peace, peace be with you. I'm not jumping into this bandwagon. No, so the thing is that if it's an alignment with you, then jump into it. Why not? Because you're feeling the alignment. You know that you are in a good place to understand this, to take it forward, and to be able to be responsible for whatever the choice that you're making in that moment, right? At that time, I didn't feel that responsibility. I felt like, I didn't know about this thing, and I wasn't quite sure if I had the time to give to the understanding of this cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all these beautiful things, right? So I did dip my toes to just get a feeler for it, right? But then the universe was like, okay, hang on, maybe you need a little bit of time. And it took that opportunity away from me, and it said, okay, maybe this is not the right thing for you right now. But what did I do? I didn't go and jump in and put a whole lot of money. I invested, yes. I invested some of my time and my effort and some money in the project, but I didn't feel like I was overdoing myself. Because whatever we do when it comes to money and finances, it's the same concept of knowing what are we manifesting and what are the emotions involved. If we are feeling scarce and if we are feeling limited in terms of our financial standing, right, then we need to address that first before we go into any financial gains or any financial venture or anything that you feel like you're going to earn some sort of investment or return on investment, okay? So please be aware of this one. This is the first fundamental thing that you need to really understand is where are you emotionally about your finances? Because going into crypto and NFTs and all that, it's a money game. At the end of the day, it's about you making money. Let's get to the basics, okay? So where are you in terms of understanding your finances? How are you showing up in terms of your frequency of abundance? And then lastly, are you doing this alone to prove a point in an egotistical way? Or are you doing this because you want to create some sort of impact so that you can do better and do more in this world? So these are the things that you need to start addressing first. If you can address these kind of conversations with yourself and be real about it, you are surely going to make the right steps forward. Because everything in this universe is about exchange of energy. Everything. We have spoken about this. I think these beautiful ladies have spoken into this conversation many, many times about exchange of energy. And if you understand that you are putting energy out and energy will be received, whatever energy you're putting out, that's what you're going to get back. If you're going to go out there and say, wow, I don't know about NFTs. Hey, hang on. I think this is a scam. Then that's what you're going to get back. That's what you're going to get back. I think I'm being reeled into something different. Then that's what you're going to get back. If you're feeling that way, please stop yourself right there. Stop yourself right there and don't do this. NFTs is a new thing that has come up in this world of currency exchange and investments, right? And it is the way that things are going forward because people are wanting to look at more of virtual investments. And so NFTs is one of those virtual investments that you can make And you can really do very well with it if you know how to work the system, and if you know that you are in the right space with people that are supporting you through that process. We have just started learning about this, and we have also had people around us that have been supporting us through this process, how to open up wallets, how to link wallets, how to transfer funds, how to make sure that your wallets are secure, how to make sure that you're not trading in the wrong places, and trading in the right places. How to ensure that you are partnering up with people that are authentic, that are not going to run away overnight. You know, these are things that need to be researched. These research tools that are there available for you to do these things. How these wallets are there also so that they can be secure, so that you don't feel limited in terms of where you're putting your money and how you're creating this possibilities for you. So all these things are part of the process. Now, when I speak into this little bit, and if you're already getting resistance towards it, like, I don't think I can do that. You need to see, I'm not minimizing that, right? I'm saying that in a playful way because I found myself in that situation. I was like, whoa, this technical stuff is just way beyond me. You know, can I just sit and meditate, please? I'm good. I'll sit and meditate and I'm going to get all that I need. No, I'm not, because if I'm not going to put some actionable steps in place in order to gain what I need, then I'm not going to get the kind of rewards that I'm looking for. Okay, and the kind of rewards that I'm looking for is one that I would like to create a positive impact on people. Tinku is all about peace and success. You can't have success without peace, firstly. And you can't have peace if you are completely successful and not knowing who you are. So it works hand in hand. And so we need to really realize that when we're sharing this kind of information, like the information DeAnna and the team here on Feminine Flame have been sharing, is because the opportunity is in a safe space, right? It's in a place where people are wanting to bring about an understanding and a bigger impact on spirituality, creating an environment, a space where people that are aligned with spiritual growth can come together and be in a place that's supportive through your spiritual journey, right? And that is something that is not really given out there, that you don't really come across. Even if you look hard enough, you will not find something like this, where you can grow yourself in every arena of your life, financially, spiritually, bringing better health in your life, because there's yoga programs, there's things there that builds your mindset. There are many opportunities. NFTs are, you could either, okay, so before I go on, I don't know if any of the ladies want to, like, because I'm like going, please do interrupt me, because I can completely.
Yeah. I know Angela has some stuff too, and then we have a question in the chat, and I want to chime in. I got a second win. I before we came on live, guys. Your girl didn't have no energy, but I don't know. We got into it, and you know how sometimes when you step up to the plate, you was all scared before you get up to it, and you're like a goddess then. So I'm a goddess. I'm back to the sun goddess. So I got all kind of stuff going on in my brain. So Angela, go ahead and go, because you had your mic open earlier.
Oh, I was actually going to speak to the spirituality part and how we come into any new adventure, that we bring ourselves with it. And I think once she answered my question before I asked it, that when she was speaking about how this is actually not taught most times, you know, when you think about money and finances, connecting these two are not taught, and it's ourself, our presence. And I think that the question that Tiffany asked relates to that answer. And that's what I was going to actually say, but you're about to state the question. Were you going to tell what Tiffany said, Dee, with what you were saying? All right. So Tiffany in the comment box has said, so a question, hey Tiffany. So a question that came up for me this morning was, how do we know that the meta is not part of an energy meant to separate us more? That is going on in the world too, that same thought, as opposed to bring us together, and how to maintain sovereignty while playing the game. And very good question, because this is one that we all come to the table with our understanding that we have at that moment. Perception is given to us by the world and others, you know, and this is where doing our homework comes into play, and having a coach going through something new comes into play. But this is an intelligent question, because these are the things that we're supposed to ask ourselves and find out where we are at that moment. So then we're guided well in our learning, you know. So I thought Tink was answering it. So I was trying to come in for a minute, say the question. So as Tink was speaking, it could be seen that it was being answered with what she was speaking about with spirituality.
Could I just chime in for a second?
Oh, yes.
So I love that question, Tiffany. Amazing question. And I think that is one thing that stops us all from jumping into these new opportunities that are coming up. Firstly, ask yourself, do you know about it? And if you don't know about it, are you happy to learn about it? And then if you're learning about it, when you're understanding a little bit more about it, then ask yourself, right, is this opportunity for me? At the end of the day, everything that we have control over is us, me, the person, nobody else outside of us. So when we are jumping into any opportunity, any venture with any community, we need to know that as long as this resonates with me, it makes me feel that I'm doing good, and I'm also, there is an energy exchange that's allowing me to see that I am also growing and keeping my momentum going, then that's something that will stay with you, and there will be no differentiation and loss of connectivity with what you think may separate you. Remember, what you think may separate you is only inside of you. It's nowhere else. It's only inside of you. So whatever is being put out there in this world is only for us to make a choice whether we want to take it or not. And that's the thing that we need to come to an understanding of, right? And how do we bring a balance between the things that the new things that we'd like to learn, and then the things that we know already that really is in our purpose, that feeds our soul, that, you know, makes us want to keep doing the things that we love doing, right? How do we bring that together? So before I continue, I know DeAnna wanted to chime in. So I thought you had a second wave. I'm waiting for the second wave.
Girl, I got second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Oh my God. We can talk about this for days, and it's really beautiful. First, I want to go back a little bit. Tink, when you were speaking about the crypto world and how it was like it didn't resonate with you, and you put your toe in, and then you were like, you came out. I did the same. And one thing that also made me take my toe out is that really, like the questions that you asked, why did I do it in the first place? It was FOMO. I felt like I was going to miss out. And then I ended up almost in that. I also didn't have time for it. So it was almost like I was rejecting my intuition when it was like, don't do that. I was rejecting myself And that FOMO was the stronger energy at that moment. And then I did it. And then realized, okay, you was right, intuition. Intuition, I shouldn't have been there. So that was one of the main part, but part of it too was that because it was new to me, it made me a little, when something is new, sometimes you feel like you're inadequate. Your worthiness comes up into play, and okay, and then you're like, well, I don't want to look crazy in front of my friends that I'm asking all these questions. So I had all that going on. So I wanted to say that too, because we're constantly growing and moving and leveling up every moment. And this metaverse thing, that someone else could be feeling those same emotions and things that I felt back then as well. However, one thing that was dropped into me, I think it was last year, I was listening to so many different people and gurus and source speaks through everyone, so they were speaking of the age that's currently happening right now on our planet that was supposed to happen, involved technology. And that was part of the vibrational spiritual frequency on the planet that was going to happen. So to speak to Tiffany's question, this is supposed to happen because of the energy, because the feminine energies are rising, and the shift of the energy on our entire planet. This technology stuff is happening because of that. And then also, let me see what else I was going to say. Something key that I said earlier about being the stronger energy. So remember that with us coming into this particular realm together as a collective consciousness of spiritual beings, we're going to bring this energy here, girl, and we're going to jump this place off. So regardless of someone else's intent of whatever they want to do with the metaverse or with the NFTs, we're going to be the stronger energy. Because, trust, it's already happening, because the team that I'm with, the collective that I'm with now, we've gone into other people's chats on Discord, and they weren't ready for us. They thought we was taking over. They were like, you guys are bots, you guys are scamming. And what it was is that our energy was so high. We were such in a bliss state. They could not handle us. So boo, trust, it's not going to be anything crazy. They're not going to be to take over us. It's not going to be anything low vibrational frequency. The key thing that I feel that both Angela and Tink said is that don't do it by yourself. Get you a coach. Get together with other people, because we are stronger together. Because in anything, there's always someone out there that wants to tear it up, or that has their intent, their vibrational, their frequency, their energy is not high vibe, it's lower. So they're trying to scam, or they're trying to do things. So yes, that's there. I'm not going to say that's not there. I'm saying is that we're going to be the bigger energy, and they're not going to be able to do anything like that to us. Because not only are we, this was foretold with this age that's going to happen, it's going to happen. Two, we're so blissed out, they're not going to be able to touch us. So no worries at all, Tiffany. Squash all of that doubt and the fears, all of those things. And of course, tap into yourself, though, to make sure this is aligning with you. And those things that Tink was saying, as far as that you're not in scarcity mindset, because everything is energy. There's always an energy exchange, everything. So with this metaverse, there's going to be some exchange, and you want to make sure that you have yourself, your vibration, and be your most authentic self, and it be so high and align, I'll say, So when you step into this space that is an unknown space, hand in hand with us, that you won't be attracting the scarcity or the negative or the low vibrational frequencies. So I wanted to say that as well too. So yeah, girl, I got 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 wins.
Those are just flowing.
The thought came, we come to the table with who we are. All right. So we have to recognize our control. All right. So yes, everyone has different intents in the world. We find ourselves where we find ourselves, right? And that's what everyone presents. Everyone has a story. Make sure that you, we always talk about education, ultimate and flame. Everyone educate yourselves. Find that coach, find that individuals who are positively studying this, because it is something that has been introduced to our world. It was already on the rise, and then it became more prevalent during the pandemic, technology, and connecting. And it's the physical meeting being merged with the metaphysical, and where we come with our mind, our consciousness, and who we are, and connecting the physical, the mind and matter. This is all we're seeing taking place, and it's an elevation. It's evolution. All right. And how we present ourselves or come into this space is what we will receive from it. So Tiffany, the only way that, like Dee was saying about the energy, everybody carries energy. Every energy is everything. Mind yours and keep it high. Keep it high. And we're going to meet those individuals on the path, but we're transmuting those energies, girl. We're using our power to transmute those energies into something positive, something blessed, and something light. You all right? So it's going to be good. All right, that's it. Okay, I'm complete.
You are rocking, Willow. But you're right. At the end of the day, how you do anything is how you do everything. Full stop. Remember that. Excuse me, but I think that was very well put together, DeAnna, in terms of creating that understanding. And remember, okay, let me put it to you this way. If you had a choice of going with a broker and then going with your spiritual partner, let's just say your broker comes to you and he says, hey, you know what? I have this great opportunity on NFTs. Would you like to go with it? Right? And then you got your spiritual partner. And so the pros and cons, your broker knows maybe what NFTs is all about. And you're thinking, I think I can put my trust in him. But then you have your spiritual partner that is so in tune, so connected. The universe is supporting him no matter what. Right? So it's completely your choice. You can choose which direction you want to go in. I choose to go with my spiritual partner because I know that alignment is on a different level that my broker will ever know. And I know that the kind of agreements and the kind of connectivity that I'm going to get here, I'm going to get so much more for my own growth as well than my broker. My broker is not going to teach me what he's doing. He's just going to go and do it. He's going to take the energy of money and he's going to go and do what he does. Right? And so you can do that. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting them down because that's what their job is, right? And so you can choose if that's something that really is more in alignment with you because you feel like, you know what, if I get into this space, then I'm coming in with so much of doubt. I don't know whether I can deal with all this, I don't know whether I can deal with all this. Then you need to make that choice to say, hey, this is what I really think is better for me. I've spoken to a few people on this newness of NFTs, speaking to investors and people. And some of them have told me, no, you know what, Toral, I'm sorry, I'm not able to invest with you because they don't know. They don't know who Master Akashna is. They don't know what the community is all about. They don't know what is the NFT that is being brought into the environment. So when you don't know something, you're not going to jump into it, right? So it's just don't make it complicated. Keep it simple, right? If you don't know something and you want to know more about it, then go in with somebody that's going to hold your hand and say, I'm going to take you through this process. You're not going to be lost. I'm going to hold your hand through this process and you're going to be okay. But if you don't feel comfortable, then rather say no. Rather say, you know what? It's not my time to get out of my comfort zone. Because we'd like to encourage you to get out of your comfort zone, really, because that's where everything really blossoms, right? And this metaverse is definitely going in a direction that is also, we also are out of our comfort zone. So we're sharing that with you. We also out of our comfort zone. It's not something we knew about 10 years ago. We didn't even have those cell phones that that the kids are walking around now with. You know, there was those turn dial things that we found. Like, hello, okay. You know, once in a while your mom says, oh, can you phone auntie so far? And you're like, yes, I get to turn the dial. So, you know, it's about that. So the enthusiasm and excitement of something new needs to be there. Then you'll feel that you are learning something new and you're also doing it in a safe environment, and you're creating the kind of people around you that support you through the process. I just wanted to share one little story with you guys. And that story is about, you know, when I was growing up, I was told that you either get married or you go to an ashram. One of the two. I was sharing this with DeAnna yesterday, and she's like, please think, share that story. And I was like, okay, cool. The thing is that growing up in a very conservative home for a female, it was like your presence needed to be in the kitchen. You needed to learn how to cook, clean, see to family. You know, it's all about, you know, those kind of skills that your parents think is important and that you need to learn to incorporate in your life. And I think that it is an important thing to do, right? That you need to learn how to at least take care of yourself, learn how to cook for yourself, at least know how to clean up your space, know how to do certain things in your environment that keeps your environment clean and fulfilling and full of energy. For me, that's how it looks like right now. But at that time, it was like, oh my God, I need to go in the kitchen. I need to make roti. Yeah, please. Can I just sit and watch a movie rather for an hour? Anybody felt like that in your teams? Yes, me. So, you know, when my aunt said to me, my aunt was a divorcee. She got married, and for reasons unknown to me, she got divorced, and it was a big story in our family. And she came home, and my dad and all his siblings, they embraced her with love. But she went to an ashram after that, and she did a huge course on spirituality, understanding Hinduism and going into Hinduism scriptures. And today she teaches kids about that. And so she was a great mentor in my life, you know, as a young person. And there were many times in my life that things went very pear-shaped, sorry. And she was that support that always brought me back to my belief, to what is it that you fundamentally know about yourself. And she always said to me, you need to learn this because this is the foundation of your life. But you know, when we are young, we always think these oldies, what the hell do they know? They don't know about all these new things that are happening. Do you have a cell phone, Aunt? Nah, I don't think so. You know, things like that. So this is the thing that we're sharing with you, is that NFTs and Metaverse is a new thing. You could choose like to have a separate journey, or you could bring it together. I could choose to get married, or I could choose to go to an ashram, right? And that was my choice. But for me now, I feel like, you know what? These two can be blended together, bring them together. Do something phenomenal with your money that can allow your spiritual journey to grow on leaps and bounds. And that for me is not given very freely out there in this world. So invest in yourself in such a way that you know you are always going to take the journey of spiritual growth first over everything else. That's what we're sharing with you, because this is not about only just NFTs and everything. We know that our spiritual growth is our foundation, but how are we supporting our spiritual growth? We are not going to go and sit in the mountains and meditate in a cave, are we? I mean, you could, yeah, you know, it's a choice. But for me, I'd love to live in this world and experience this beautiful earth for all that it has. And also I'd love to share that experience with the people around me. And for that, I would love to learn to embrace the new technology that's coming in. You know, just yesterday, my husband was sharing with me, like the Ray-Bans have come out with the glasses for Metaverse. So you can actually listen to talks, and you can make calls with your spectacles, with your yeah. I was like, whoa, this is happening. It's really happening. You know, just to share with you, I mean, I don't know whether this is going to be, well, whatever it is. My husband was, he was called to Facebook to go and test out these glasses. So it's happening. It's happening. He went and he tested the glasses because people, you know, need to test certain products so that they can see how Metaverse works. So, you know, you can like be in somebody else's living room and chime in with them and have supper and do things. It's gonna happen, guys. It's happening. It's happening already. So these are it's beautiful to know, like, it's not about having FOMO, please don't get me wrong. We're not sharing this to say, hey, you know, if you don't get on board, you're going to be left behind. No, you're not going to be left behind, because the universe is always supporting you. And that's what Tiffany is sharing. Like, you know, I don't want there to be a separation. I don't want us to feel like, oh no, it's them against us. No, it's not. It's us saying that we know that there's places and spaces we can go into that supports us through our journey, and we also know that we are able to grow and accelerate in all this new technology, new things that the world is coming up with, because we are evolving creatures, right? I mean, Einstein and all these amazing people before us, they created all these amazing scientific knowledge, and look at people going to the moon and all these things, because human beings, we want to, you know, go beyond ourselves, right? So that is part of the process. That's part of our journey as well. So why not embrace it? And if we are, like DeAnna shared, we were a group of us that, you know, okay, they were like, here's a link, guys, this is a new opportunity, let's get in there. And when things were like turning pear-shaped, everybody could feel it. And everybody was like, okay, in fact, nobody withdrew. They were all kicked out. They were like, kick out, because we weren't needed to be there. So if we understand that our frequency is of that level, we will always be attracted to the things that are meant for us, and be aware of it. That's the really secret sauce that DeAnna always talks about. Be aware of the things that are coming to you. Do not just shun it aside and say, nah, that's not for me. At least take some time to understand it. At least take a moment to speak to people that you know that are involved in it, and say to them, hey, you know what? Can you just give me some understanding of this? You know, there's no judgment. There's no judgment about whether you want to do it or not. No, we are not here to judge nobody. We are only here to support one another through this process of our co-creation and the journey of discovery. And that is the most fundamental thing that we're doing as we speak into these opportunities that are coming ahead of us. So I think that's me for today. And if there's any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. But otherwise, I hope this has been of help to you guys. If you want to know more about this, reach out to DeAnna, reach out to Angela. You are welcome to reach out to me as well. And we are available to help and support you through this process and give you the kind of information that can allow you to make the choices that resonate with you. Okay, so thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm truly blessed to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Tink. This has been amazing. We have come to the 45-minute mark of our show. So this is our last 15 minutes for our final remarks that we would like to make, and also to make any announcements we have for our next show. We're definitely, and I ask you this humbly, Tink, whenever you're able, as we go through our journey with spirituality, NFT, and a metaverse, if you will come back, and speak. And then any questions that we receive, during this time, or when someone sees this at a later time, we're always looking, we can address those questions and have more, like a part 2 or part 3. We keep going. Learning does not stop, right? Life is about living and learning, and it does not stop. That's what life is about.
Oh, something just came to me. Sorry, DeAnna. is something that I want to share with everybody as well is, don't also feel like that it has to only be you that's having to do everything. You can reach out to other people that can help you. Honestly, guys, I'm really not so comfortable with technology, right? I still learn. I do create. You can ask DeAnna, we get onto sometimes in a Zoom call and I'm like, can you just help me out with this thing? Yeah. And the thing is, sometimes asking for help is not a bad thing. In your family, I get my kids involved. I'm like, hey, hang on, you guys are more technically savvy than I am. Please come. I need your help, and be okay to ask for help from your family members. In fact, they'll also enjoy it because they'll now feel like they're being involved in your journey, right? Like my husband, he's good at technology. He's also, even being good at technology, he also had to go into certain videos and things like that to understand how do we set up these platforms, how do we, open up certain wallets and accounts, and because these are the things that we feel very attached to, right? A bank account seems so safe, right? But we attach to that understanding because that's what we brought up with. So let's be open to different ways of letting our money work for us. Let's live a life where we can have passive income, coming in, and we can show up in places where we know we are needed. That's the journey we're wanting to share with you. That's the journey that we are offering out there to each and every one of you, that you too can do the same for you. So don't feel like you need to know everything. We don't know everything. I don't know everything. Honestly, I keep saying we, but I know that, I'm sharing from my perspective, but I think these ladies will agree with me that we don't know everything. We are also learning through this process, and we are finding, wow, we actually blowing our minds with what we're learning and understanding and overstanding. So don't feel afraid. Take fear, put it aside, and feel the fear and do it anyway. Because if you are in that mode, then you're never going to do anything beyond yourself. You're always going to be where you are, and then you're going to ask yourself this question, why is my life not changing? But your life can change if you make a difference. Make that difference and make the change right now, and you surely will succeed. You will succeed. So yeah, that's what came to me. So thank you so much for letting me chime in there again.
That's what I'm talking about. See how it's done, and it's live. Learning is live. That's why I don't mind ever speaking about something that I don't know about, because we're learning together, and that's something that happens all the time. Nobody knows everything, and take freedom in that, take confidence in that. I have more confidence in a person who says, I don't know, and let's find out together, let's investigate, than someone that doesn't say anything at all, just, oh, I know. So yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. It's being consciously aware of yourself, your space, and your journey, and taking actionable, responsible steps to be who you are. So yeah, it rocks. It so rocks. Dee, do you have? I did want to tell everyone, so just to know a history. I just started this. I didn't know about cryptocurrency. I was one of those ones that didn't listen to her son. Her 14-year-old son has said, "Hey, Mom, you need to do this. Go get some." And I'm like, "What?" That was it. And then years later, he was like, "See, that's all he said. He did it. He did it." So he reaped the benefits of when it blew up and everything, and the blockchain began, and all different things. And I started my my newfound friendship with cryptocurrency and the technology world and the metaverse in March of this year. So I'm still learning. I've read a lot of books. I've gotten to YouTube University, asked a lot of people. And anytime I hit that wall, the universe is sending me people. Hey, remember that issue you needed? Here's a person to ask, So join the fun, join life, join the evolution. Everything's going to be all right, because look what you got at your back. Right? Yes, I like you. Yes. My sister Queen D, do you have any last words for everyone that you would like to share about this auspicious day and moment in history? I love saying that.
I know. I love saying auspicious. That is definitely fire. The biggest takeaway that I have for myself and you is, don't be afraid to say that you don't know something. Don't allow that uncertainty of that you don't know something to cultivate and grow as fear, and that prevents you from asking questions, being inquisitive, going on that treasure hunt. I love what Tink said as far as getting your family involved. And honestly, getting everyone and anyone involved, because what it is a win-win. Do you know that you allow others to serve when you ask them questions? Why do you think you're the only one that's on fire for serving others? Allow them to serve you, right? Allow them to serve. They have that desire too. That's one of their 6 basic needs: contribution and to feel significant. So give them that beautiful opportunity and ask questions. And like what Angela said, you have us, and we have others, and then they have others, and they have others. See how big we are? And then they have others. We're all linked together. So ask your questions. There's no dumb question. Also, I wanted to say that. That's all I got.
That being said, know that you all are millionaires. Oh, Tink, do you have any last words you want to say? No.
I think I've worded myself out.
What? That's possible?
No, I don't know.
Thank you, girl.
The universe is like, no, you're not yet worded out. So that's the truth. That's the truth statement. That's the truth, actually. But I see Christine joined in as well, and I just wanted to share with her because I seen her message, and she's like, "Yeah, I think I must watch the replay." Yes, do watch the replay, Christine. And if there's any questions that you have, even after that, do ask. Like DeAnna said, there's no question that's a dumb question. Really, it isn't. So be open to asking the questions, and like, that's the beauty about doing things together. you can never know what you as a team can do together that can be so much more beneficial as well. As a team, you can do much more together. On your own, you can do, not to say you can't, okay? But as a team, you can even maybe reach out. If you're reaching out to 10 people, maybe you can reach out to 50 people. That's what we're sharing here, you know. And when you start learning to, when you start getting in the spaces where you're learning to know somebody, trust them as well, and you also start to get to know them and connect with them on a much more deeper level, then that kind of connectivity you don't really get often in this world. So, you know, build on that kind of connectivity, because that kind of connectivity is actually is serving, it's in alignment with your true self, with your true being. And that kind of connectivity will only hold space for you. So like DeAnna, myself, and Angela, you know, we actually connected and we was like, okay, we want to jump into this. How can we help each other to do this? And then we were like, okay, here's an opportunity. And, you know, we reached out to each other and we said, okay, let's do this. Let's do it together, because together we can also spread our wings and do more. So that's what we're sharing with one and all of you, because there's no secrets here. We just want to share and pour out to everybody so that everybody can get the same kind of benefit as we are. So that's it. Thank you so much. Wow, the words are still flowing. Gosh, the fairies are open today.
Yes, it is. It's like, can't you see the gates on this?
Well, they love laughing, so it's okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm here for all of this. Yeah. Man, it's all about trusting everyone, building that trust within yourself, and trusting the universe, that the universe above all has our back. All right, and we're connected to that universal flow. We are connected. We are connection, and we are one with the universe. So knowing that the universe got our back, we know that we are all millionaires. The universe is just waiting for us to level up to that alignment, that high alignment, to meet where it is. And then we use that wealth, and I'm just stop speaking about money wealth, we use that wealth to help our spiritual growth and help others in this world, to make this world, create this world, change this world and what we like to see it to be, right? So remember, everyone, with all that being said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Have a blessed day, everyone. See you tomorrow. Love you all dearly. Peace.